there's a major blow coming to Mullen right now, and we need to talk about that, all right? Because again, it's just good that we look at the other things, you know, what is the company trying to do, what they're trying to achieve, intellectual property and everything. That is good, right? But at the same time, I'm here to make money, all right? I'm not here to give you guys advice on any financial matters and how you should run the stock and what should you invest in, things like that. I'm here to give you guys fact. And if you are invested in the company, you know, you could take this information and make use of that, right? I'm not here to persuade you by all means, right? So the objective is to get you guys information. Now, talking about the intellectual property, talking about the, you know, future forecasting and all that is very good, okay? You can sit here and talk about future forecasting all day for different companies, but that doesn't mean anything until you see the results and you're seeing some progress, you're seeing something going on with the stock right now. What do you see on my screen right now is the original value of the stock. Even though stock is hovering around 74 cents, the lowest it got to 68 cents, you know, on close of Friday. But the more the story is, they are at 2 cents right now, okay? This is what the problem is. This is the original value before they did the reverse stock split. And I've been saying that from day one. If you check out my previous videos, you will see that, guys, the stock is going to keep coming down even after the reverse stock split. Now, the major blow is coming on June, and the last Friday of this June is where we're going to have to fix our eyes now, because this is more important than all the other intellectual stuff, intellectual property that David Misher is talking about, or Lawrence Hart is talking about, whatever they're talking about. What more of the story is, we need to focus on what is immediate and how the stock price is going to get affected, right? So just so you guys know, Mullen is part of Russell 2000, and this year, like every year, they're coming down to reevaluating which company should be part of Russell 2000, okay? In order to be part of the Russell 2000 index, they have to be trading around above $1, okay? Right now, they're trading around 74 cents, but they gotta be about $1 or day before, you know, or above $1 or at $1 during that time when they do reassess that, right? So let's look at this article that I see here. It says, mark your calendar for June 26th. This is the last Friday. Mullen stock's failure to trade above $1 carries a negative consequences. They could soon be booted off of Russell 2000. Okay, guys. Now, Mullen stock at risk of Russell 2000 removal. Mullen's removal from the Russell 2000 would mean that the index, any variance off the index, would have to sell out their position in Mullen stock. Okay, how much they own right now? It says iShares Russell 2000 ETF owns 22 million shares. iShares Russell 2000 Growth ETF owns about 7.71 million shares. iShares Microcap ETF owns about 2.20 million shares. Again, these are not huge numbers, but at the end of the day, if they're not part of this index, that gives you a benchmark that company is not doing good, right? This is how people invest. People don't invest on, this is not gambling, okay? I think the problem what I'm seeing with a lot of stocks and with the retail investors got into the picture in the last 3-4 years, what I've noticed is they're treating market as of if they're gambling, right? Like, so the market does not work like that. If it was a gambling, you would go play slot machine or something like that sort, right? What market is, you have to look at different indicators, different benchmarks to determine the price is going to go up or it's going to go down, right? Now, the CEO said, you know, assess us on our intellectual property, right? That question should be, that is not for us, okay? Retail investors, what I've noticed, people that I've spoken to, they could care less about the intellectual property. All they care about how the stock is going to go up, how it's going to go down. That is more for institution, right? And institutions are not invested in the company. And I showed you guys in my previous video, they're about 5% ownership. And again, those are from Vanguard and BlackRock. And these companies are investing in every startup company anyway, because they have a budget to allocate for these startup companies. Okay, with that being said, all I'm saying is, guys, I'm not here to persuade you guys. All I'm saying, be aware of these facts, because the stock price will tumble if they get removed from 2000 Russell on that day, for example. Expect the price to go down. All right, if you're betting, if you're bullish and you don't know about this, for example, and this stock does not trade above $1 or at $1 at that point, it's going to come down because they're going to get rid of these shares. They have to sell out. When they sell out, right, price is going to drop. All right, so there's a lot of things that you got to look at, not just looking at a YouTube video, for example, and just start jumping and pumping money into the stock. All I'm saying is do your due diligence. Make sure you follow the right people. Make sure you want to hear the both sides. You want to be able to hear a very optimistic side, and you want to be able to hear other side of the story as well. Because if you keep hearing one side of the story, you're going to end up losing, because negative and positive goes together. Okay, guys. So all I'm saying is look at these news, look at this other thing. And if you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.